friends, welcome to Knowledge TV. Today we will discuss the properties of human language. Before this we discussed language and the theories of language. You can watch and that video. Today we discuss the properties of human language. You know that all living beings are communicated. Similarly, human being also communicated. While we tend to think communication is the primary function of human language, it is not a distinguishing feature. All creatures communicate in some way, or however, we suspect that other creatures are not replicate on the way they create their communication, message, or reviewing how they work or not. That is, one barking dog is probably not offering advice to another barking dog along the lines of, hey, you should lower your bark to make it sound more menacing. They are not barking about barking. Humans are clearly able to reflect in language and use uses. I wish he wouldn't use so many technical terms. That is reflexivity. The property of reflexivity counts on the fact that we can use language to think and talk about language itself, making it one distinguishing feature of human language. Indeed, without its general ability, we should be able to reflect or identify any other distinct properties of human language. We look in detail in other five of them: displacement, arbitrariness, productivity, and cultural transmission and duality. So these are the properties of human language which make it distinguished from other languages or languages of animals or insects or any other type of living organism. Displacement. When your pet cat comes home and stands at your feet calling meow, you are likely to understand this message is relating to the immediate time and place. If you ask cat where it has been and what was up to, you will probably get the same meow responses. Animal communication seems to be designed exclusively for his moment and here and now. It cannot effectively be used to relate events that are far removed in time and place. When your dog says order, it means or right now, because dogs don't seem to be capable of communicating or last were in the park. And the car and the cross human language users are normally capable of producing messages equaling to the or last night or in the park and then going to say in fact I will be going back tomorrow for some more. Human can refer to the past and future time. This property of human language is called displacement. It allows language users to talk about things and events not present in immediate environment. Indeed, displacement allows to talk about things in place, angels, fairies, Santa Claus, Superman, heaven, hell. Was extent we cannot be sure of. Animal communication is generally considered to lack this property. Ar- Arbitrariness. It is generally the case that there is no natural connection between a linguistic form and its meaning. The connection is quite arbitrary. We can't just look at the Arabic word kalb and from its shape, for example, determine it has a natural and obvious meaning and more than we can what is English translation from dog. The linguistic form has no natural or iconic relation with the hairy four-leg barking object in the word. This aspect of relation between linguistic science and object and the word described is called arbitrariness. Of course, you can play a game with words to make them appear to fit the idea of activity that indicate is shown in these words from child game. However, this type of game only emphasizes the arbitrariness of the connection that normally existed between a word and its meaning. For example, the word fall, small, tall, while etc. It doesn't represent that shape, that things. Okay, there are a lot of distinguish and difference. There is some word in language which seems to equal the sound object or activities and hence to a less arbitrary connections. English examples are cuckoo, crash, slurp, squelch, or where. However, these onomatopic words are relatively rare in human language. Okay, the next property is productivity. The human language creates new words, but if you compare with the animals' language, for example, a dog, they will have a limited words and sound. Their barking sound will be for 10 to 20 things, the similar barking. But human language has separate meaning and sounds for different things. Humans are continually creating new expressions and novel utterances by manipulating their linguistic resources to describe new objects and situations. This property describes productivity or creativity are open-ended and essentially means that potential number of utterances in human language is infinite. Sorry. The communication system of the creature are not alike. For example, cats, dogs. Nor it is seemed possible for creatures to produce new signals to communicate novel expressions. The honeybee normally able to communicate the location of nectar source to other bees. While Faltitude's application is really new. In one experiment, however, bees was placed at the foot of a radio tower and a food source placed at the top. 10 bees were taken at the top, given a taste of delicious food, and went up to tell the rest of the hive about their find. The message was conveyed a bee danced and whole gang buzzed up to get the free food. They flew around all directions but couldn't locate the food. It's probably one way to make bees rally mad. The problem seems to be that bee communication has a fixed signal of set of signals for communicating locations and that are related to horizontal distance. The bee cannot manipulate communication system and create new message indicating vertical distance. According to Carl von the French, who conduct experiments, the bees have no word for up in their language, so they can't invent one. Okay, the next property, cultural transmissions. While we say the inherent physical properties such as brown eyes and dark hair from our parents, we do not inherit their language. We acquire language in a culture with other speakers and not from parental genes. An infant born to Korean parents in Korea but adopted and brought up from birth by English speaker in the United States will have physical characteristics inherited from his or her natural parents but will inevitably speak English. A Caton, given comparing all experience, will produce mu regardless. This process where language is based on the from one generation to next generation describes culture transmission. Duality. This is the next property. Human language is organized at two levels or led simultaneously. This property is called duality or dual articulation. And speech production we have physical level at which can produce individual sounds like n, bo, e as individual sounds. None of the discrete forms have any intrinsic meaning. And in a particular combination such as a bin, we have another level producing a meaning that is different from the meaning of combination is nep. So at one level we have distinct sounds, and another we have distinct meaning. This duality of level is in fact one of the most economical features of human language because we have limited set of discrete sound. We are capable of producing a very large number of sounds combination, for example words which are distinct in meaning. Among other cases, each communicated signals appears to be a signal fixed form that cannot be broken down into separate parts. Although your dog may be able to produce "Oof, I'm happy to see you," it doesn't seem to do so on the basis of distinct level production, combining the separate elements of wa, woo, if. If the dog was operating with double level duality, then we might expect to hear different combination with different meanings such as "Oop, oop, I'm hungry," and "For, I'm ready to go."